Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Fluent, and today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Emma, and she's going to share her amazing English learning journey with us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm really excited to be here.
Emma, let's start from the beginning. What made you decide to learn English in the first place?
Well, I wanted to travel and meet people from different countries. I also loved watching American movies, but I could only watch them with subtitles in my language.
Right.
I really wanted to understand them without reading the bottom of the screen all the time.
That's a great motivation. So tell me, what were the biggest challenges when you first started learning?
Oh my goodness, everything was difficult. When people spoke English, it sounded so fast. I could read English okay, but listening was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking was even worse. I was so nervous. My mind would go completely blank when someone asked me a simple question like, "How are you?"
Oh no, that sounds stressful. Did you have any funny or embarrassing moments while learning?
Oh, yes, I have so many stories. One time I was at a restaurant and I wanted to order chicken, but I said kitchen instead of chicken.
Kitchen.
The waiter looked so confused. He said, "You want to order the kitchen?" I was so embarrassed, but then we both started laughing.
That's actually really cute. And you know what? I think experiences like that actually help us learn better because we never forget them.
Exactly, I never mixed up those words again.
Oh, that's hilarious. Do you have any other funny stories from your learning journey?
Oh, yes, many. Once I was trying to compliment my friend's new haircut. I wanted to say, "Your hair looks fantastic," but instead I said, "Your hair looks plastic." She was so confused and I was trying to explain, but I kept saying plastic again and again. And another time, I was at the grocery store looking for soap. I asked the worker, "Excuse me, where's the soup?" And he took me to the soup aisle. I stood there looking at all the tomato soup and chicken soup, thinking, this doesn't look right for washing hands. It took me 5 minutes to realize what happened.
Oh my gosh, the soup and soap mix-up? That's so relatable. I bet many of our listeners have similar stories. These pronunciation challenges are so common when learning English. It sounds like you learn to laugh at these situations instead of getting discouraged by them.
Exactly. At first, I was so embarrassed by these mistakes that I didn't want to speak at all. But then I realized that native speakers make mistakes too, and everyone has been a beginner at something. These funny moments became great conversation starters, actually. People remember me as the girl who wanted to buy soup for washing hands, and it always makes them smile.
So, what methods helped you improve your English? What worked best for you?
The thing that helped me most was finding friends who also wanted to practice English. We made a promise to speak only English when we met for coffee.
That's smart.
At first, our conversations were very short and simple, but slowly we got more comfortable. And watching movies in English really helped too.
Right. You mentioned movies earlier.
Yes, I started watching with English subtitles first, not my language. Then later, I watched without any subtitles. It was like magic when I finally understood a whole movie without reading anything.
That must have felt amazing. How did your confidence change over time?
It changed a lot, but very slowly. At first, I was afraid to make mistakes. I thought everyone would judge me. But then I realized that most people are actually very kind and patient.
Absolutely.
They want to help you, not laugh at you. Once I understood that, speaking became much easier. Now I'm not afraid to try new words or ask, "What does that mean?"
That's such wonderful advice, Emma. What would you say to someone who is just starting their English learning journey right now? Those are fantastic practical tips. Now, speaking practice is often the most intimidating part for learners. You mentioned earlier that you were nervous and your mind would go blank. How did you overcome that speaking anxiety and build up your speaking confidence?
I would say don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn. And be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time, but it's so worth it. Oh, speaking anxiety was my biggest challenge. What helped me was starting very small. I began by talking to myself in the mirror. Yes, it sounds crazy, but it worked. I would practice introducing myself, ordering food, or asking for directions. Then I moved to recording voice messages to myself on my phone and listening back to identify areas I needed to work on. The next step was finding language exchange partners online, people who wanted to learn my native language while I practiced English with them. This felt less scary because we were both learners helping each other. I also joined a conversation group at my local library where everyone was learning English. Being around other learners made me realize I wasn't alone in making mistakes. And you know what? I learned that most people are actually very patient and encouraging when they see you're trying hard to communicate.
Perfect advice. Emma, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. I think our listeners will find it really inspiring and helpful.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun to talk about my journey.
And thank you to all our amazing listeners. Remember, everyone's English learning journey is different, but we all face similar challenges. Keep practicing, be patient with yourself, and don't forget to have fun. See you next time on Fluent Talk Podcast.